Hi Pisces, here's a general look at your solar chart for November 2012. And this month the Sun is in a more adventurous, expansive sort of an area which tends to raise the spirits and helps you to see outside of the box. And for some of you, you may have itchy feet, so it's a good time to get away, travel, plan a holiday, but just get into environments which you don't normally go into, check them out. And during this period you may be more enthusiastic about something or someone. You could be full of ideas and want to launch into things, but it might involve a bit of research, a bit of sort of brushing up on things, finding out about stuff as you strive to join up the dots, whatever that little project or larger project or plan happens to be about. It's a good moment to launch into a new plan anyway, and it's a good moment to test the waters as well, ask questions, but also it's a good moment for you to beat the drum on something, put the word out there across maybe a wider stage. Now there's going to be a solar eclipse in a fellow water sign on the 13th, that's Scorpio, and that signals the way opens for you Pisces to make changes through this area of your solar chart. That's to say, anything to do with education or connecting with those at a distance, or foreign interests, and any kind of plan or project. And this eclipse energy will pulse out through the months, about 6 months to come, through this area of your solar chart. So it's sort of all to play for there. And some of you could be signing up for learning something new there, or teaching something new and putting something out there. The lunar eclipse on the 28th, because there's going to be 2 eclipses this month, offers the chance for you to rebalance things at home or regarding a property or family commitments, and also your worldly obligations, because if things aren't right at home, then things you can't go full speed ahead out there in a worldly sort of way. So this helps, this lunar eclipse, to rebalance things, and this energy lasts for about a month. So this will take you up to around about New Year's, just before New Year's. Now, discussions, correspondence, and ideas may be centered around your short-term aims, your longer-term plans, and generally where you're going to be going from here on your life's journey. So career, life direction, a new enterprise, or those who may facilitate your aims and ambitions, all of these could be very much in your mind and and conversing with you and dialoguing with those sorts of people. And you may find that goals and schemes are being validated, or in fact just kind of burning out because of the feedback you're getting. So just be alert to that, and you'll be putting more mental effort into expressing yourself in the best way that you can, your speaking, your writing skills, your people skills, and also because you want to get a certain result, but also at this time, strangely enough, vehicles, transport and communications equipment could be more on your mind. Mercury retrogrades into the previous house on the 14th, connecting you up with those, dialoguing with those at a distance from you, or across the water, or just in foreign areas, and also could be involving you in some sort of education, whether it's formal or informal, and alien or unusual scenarios from which you could gather interesting information or share interesting information. Until the 22nd, Venus could manifest as an influence which helps you out materially. And this is an altogether good place for Venus to be, because it is connected to property and money, but with somebody else's sharing with somebody else in some way, and somebody else has a certain say here in this area, but it's probably a more financially or materially, anyway, brighter time. So if it's not monetary benefits, it could be other resources which you feel very much benefit you, you know, a piece of kit or a ticket or whatever it is. It's also a good time to collaborate and pool resources with others, because it could be mutually beneficial, and it looks as though you'll have the material help or the emotional rapport with someone at this time to keep you happy, very much so. I mean, somebody could come along who does very much get your attention, and you notice this person, and this is also good news for bonding in a deeper way in a love relationship as well. But in general, any negotiation or one-to-one work with Venus here could shift into a deeper commitment, depending, and any relationship here could shift into a deeper commitment, depending on your natal chart, of course. Now, for some of you, your deeper feelings are going to be touched, and you'll be feeling, you know, you're already sensitive, being a water sign, but you're just going to get more involved here, and aware that there's maybe more riding on this relationship than you had bargained for or signed up for in the first place. Or in fact, maybe it wasn't like that. Maybe you just hoped it would get there one day. Well, it's likely, depending on your natal chart, that this energy here is definitely going to brighten up this area of intimacy and also mutual passion for something, or mutual passion for each other. You never know your luck. And it's a good time to have a heart-to-heart talk with someone, or to seek confidential advice if you need to. But just be careful on the 27th, when Venus overtakes Saturn, and during that time there you might have to work a bit harder in this area, or just be a little bit more restrained and cautious. Saturn moved, in fact, last month on October the 6th into a new area. It moved out of the area it's been in since 2009, and it's moved into a new area. So you will feel that a lifting of the pressure and limitations where joint financial contracts or agreements, or property contracts or agreements, or moral obligations are concerned. This new transit of Saturn means that you could be learning a lot, and there will be demand on you to focus your mind and communicate more, or more accurately, or just more, and maybe work harder in anything related to those at a distance, or in an academic sort of environment, or in an environment where people have a very different slant on things. Maybe you can be coming from a different cultural background, but there's a little bit more about that on my website. Until next June, Jupiter will expand you into new areas, which help you to feel more anchored and peaceful at the roots of your life. And this is altogether a very, very good transit in your solar chart, coming from Jupiter, because we all need to feel stable and stability and serenity at the roots of our life, so that everything else goes okay. Until the 17th, you'll continue to put physical efforts into achieving certain goals and ambitions, wanting to make the right impression, working quite hard on behalf of those in a position of power, or wanting to get things done in a sort of decisive, robust kind of a way. But also that can be with minor sort of aims and ambitions. But you may have you may find yourself crossing swords with those in positions of authority from time to time. It could be a parental figure even, and some sort of establishment figure as well. You could be having a slight difference of opinion there, or feeling a little bit exasperated at times. But generally, Mars in this house of your solar chart means that you can get, you can really drive towards certain goals and ambitions and cover a lot of ground. From the 17th, Mars, when Mars moves, Mars will then be emphasizing the group dynamic and friendships and all activities with friends and acquaintances and colleagues, and around group gatherings as well, group efforts, joint efforts, teamwork. So it's that it looks very busy there, but it's also a progressive period when, again, you can initiate change, you can welcome change, and because it might just come at you, but also you can initiate change and further something which has maybe been on the back burner for quite a while and you haven't been able to get at, or you haven't been able to do, and you can just pick up the thread of that again. And physical energy could go into any team collaboration, so this is time to be pooling efforts and building new connections with others, but you could feel a bit overloaded at time with all the stuff you've got to do on behalf of others. And also in this house of your solar chart, it's quite a techie area, so there could be more going on to do with the internet or technology of various kinds, and you could be pooling with others across, the world in that sort of a way. And Mars loves to initiate things and loves to sort of break the ice and sort of kick things off, which is a bit of a mix of metaphors, but you probably understand what I'm trying to say. Likes to be out in front, so actually you may find yourself volunteered into a position you didn't really bargain for in the first place, but that's up to you to know what to do about that. But definitely there could be, Mars is a bit confrontational actually, so there could be maybe a crossed sword with a friend or acquaintance. Mars is a bit hasty, so if you can just tone down Mars's impatient side, you should be absolutely fine. And Venus's presence actually in your chart this month means that really you could smooth things over, because it's in a very nice place for relationships. So you could as well be involved in something sort of humanitarian, or something which is working for a common goal, or an ideal which is bigger than you, but you could be teaming up with others to do that, something sort of altruistic, something humanitarian, or maybe it's nothing to do with humans at all, maybe it's to do with animals, but whatever it is, and you again could be very much blazing a trail there with Mars in this area of your solar chart and being right out in front. Now, from the 22nd, you're going to be taking your worldly responsibilities more seriously, so more of the same, really. And that's it for November. If you know your rising sign or your moon sign, listen to the forecast for those, because it'll add to or subtract from what I've said here. And just give you a different slant on what I've said here. This might be your rising sign or your moon sign as well, but usually the reading for the sun sign is the strongest. And also, if you aren't on my website already, you can go there and you can, if you're interested, find out a little bit more about what Saturn and Jupiter and the other slow moving outer planets are doing. And I will see you the next time.